Welcome to the Indiginerd Project.
Welcome back, I'm your host, Jim Ruel. Last week I gave you some great tips for acing that job interview, but let's face it, it's not about your resume or your job interview skills or any of that junk. It's who you know. That's what I always say when I don't get something. They gave it to someone they know. It's not my fault, I'm perfect. Regardless of whether that's true or not, today's episode is about networking. Tip number 1, start a steel mill company, build it up to be a monopoly over the entire industry, and somehow that'll teach you to win friends and influence people. I read that in a book somewhere. Here's my next little networking trick. If you want someone to remember you, go for the handshake with your left hand. That's gonna knock them out of their comfort zone and get them thinking, oh my gosh, my whole life, I've been forcing left-handed people to shake my right hand. What a jerk. At that point, you got them. They owe you a favor. Or they might see your left hand out there and think you're sinister. That's an etymology joke. Sinister is the Latin word for left-handed. They say a lot of real networking happens on the golf course. I'd rather play frisbee golf because that's where all the potheads are doing their power networking. And with legalized marijuana popping up all over the place, that is a whole new growth industry. It's also important to read body language. I have no idea how to do that, but it is important. This is why I shouldn't play poker. I play it, but I lose money. Here's another important tip. Set your smartphone's alarm to go off 2 minutes after you've started talking to somebody. And be upfront about it. Hey man, sorry, that's my phone alarm that went off. Sorry about that. I normally drone on and on about whatever random topics in my head, and I can't read body language well enough to know that somebody wants to disengage from the conversation until I notice that their eyes have completely glazed over, like yours are right now. Here's a way to trick yourself into being a great networker. For Halloween, go with someone that's outgoing and gregarious. And then never take that costume off. That's you from now on. Or you could use reverse psychology. Tell people how much you hate networking and how you hate talking to people, and then give them your business card when they're not ready for it. Now that's a lot of good advice. And if any of your friends or family are bad at networking, be sure to let them know. And then when they're like, oh, what do I do? Share this YouTube video with them and tell them to subscribe to my channel. Tune in tomorrow when I'll give you my super secret networking tips. So yeah, see you then.